Hi, Joe from Colorado. My name is Tyler, and congratulations on your 2011 Suzuki Grand Vitara. I'm going to be walking you through it today. Tom White Jr. asked me to make a really sweet video on it for you, so here you go. Something sweet.
This is the way I always dreamed it would be. The way that it...
Wait, I'm not sure if that's what he meant or not. Anyway, isn't it beautiful? Let me walk you around the exterior of it first. You see the bold Suzuki S logo there. There's a reason that every Suzuki wears an S on its chest. The limited Grand Vitara adds fog lamps. Improves your visibility during some tricky driving situations. It also adds the 18-inch alloy wheels. Every Grand Vitara comes standard with breakaway side view mirrors, so not only will they fold in, but they'll also fold out, just in case you get a little bit too close to the fence or the garage. The Grand Vitara is equipped with Smart Pass, so since I have the key in my pocket, I push it once and it unlocks the driver's door, and twice to unlock all the doors. Here's the key fob. You can see that you can actually still lock and unlock it from here if you're more used to the traditional way. But you can keep this in your purse or your pocket at all times and just hit the button here on the door to get in. Now, if the battery on this were ever to die, you wouldn't be stranded, because if I can do this with one hand, you actually have a traditional key in the key fob that you can use to get to a place where you can get another battery. As we move around the back of the Grand Vitara, you'll see the Limited adds the premium spare tire cover. Again, bold Suzuki logo. Now here you'll see Smart Pass also works on the back door, so you can walk right up to the back of the Grand Vitara and open it. Don't have to get in the sides or the front first. While we're here, this one comes with an all-weather floor mat. Look how thick it is. So if you have muddy shoes living out there in Colorado, I don't know if you do any hiking or skiing, or I can imagine a lot of different things that might require you to have some dirty shoes or gear that you might want to stow here in the back. It does have this roll-away cover. It just rolls up and lifts right out of the vehicle. Well, I should say really easy to do with two hands. There we go. Okay, so the back seats, show you a couple cool things about how they work. The back seats will also recline as well as move forward, so your rear passengers will love that. Show you how they roll forward here. You need to make sure the seat belt is out of the way, and you just lift the latch, push it forward. There we go. Again, lift the latch, push forward. Now you'll notice it's a 60-40 split, so if you have one passenger and a lot of cargo, or vice versa, you can kind of mix and match accordingly. Now let's go ahead and fold the seats up. These little levers here are what does that. Now check this out. Look at that. They just pop right up there on springs. So you can see I can easily do that with one finger. And both of the seats are up. Now check out how much space you have now in the rear of the Grand Vitara. As I close the door here, notice the rear hatch on the Grand Vitara swings horizontally instead of opening vertically. And the reason for that is because over time it puts a lot more wear and tear on this hydraulic pump to have the door open vertically. So your rear hatch will be in operation a lot longer. I'm sure you've seen older SUVs where you have to hold the back hatch up with your head because the hydraulic pump is broken. Just another way that Suzuki has designed the vehicle to be comfortable for you and to last longer than the competition. Last thing I'll show you about the exterior of the vehicle is that the gas nozzle is actually located on the passenger side of the SUV. And that is done for your safety. You'll have to walk about 5 feet farther at the gas pump, but believe me, it's worth it. if you were ever to run out of gas on the highway or a busy street, you're now standing on the curb or in the grass as opposed to standing in the middle of traffic to refill your vehicle. So that's done for your safety there. Now in the rear seats, you have automatic window controls there, but you can lock those from the front seat if you choose to do that. Another nook there. And then child locks. This is a super fun party trick, or you can actually use it as it's intended. But the way I do it is, if a customer wants to sit in the back seat, I'll make sure that this is on. I'll say, check out the back seat, and then they sit in there. Then I close it, and then they can't get out until they buy the car. Just kidding, that's not how we do business here. Okay, to start, you'll notice the leather appointed interior all the way around. This is specific to the limited package that you have purchased. See the leather appointed steering wheel here. It's all very soft to the touch. You can tell the engineers put a lot of time into the craftsmanship of the seats. On your door, we have power windows, power locks, and power mirrors. For your power mirrors, you'll want to just turn it to the right or to the left, and then just kind of use it like a joystick. I don't know if you've ever played Atari. Same idea here to control your mirrors. Here's your fog lamp controller. So you push that in to operate your fog lamps. Now, one of my favorite features about the Limited, it may seem like a small thing to you, but I just love this. You have automatic headlights. So you'll never have to worry about leaving your headlights on and having to turn them off where your battery might run down if you leave them on. You just put it on auto, and in the daytime, your daytime running lamps turn on, and at night your headlights turn on automatically using sensors located around the vehicle. Now on the steering wheel, you'll see you have steering stereo controls with a mute button. It's a great feature. You get an incoming call on your cell phone, you just hit mute. You don't have to wait for the volume to go all the way down. You can cycle through CD tracks here, or mode will take you between AM, FM, and your CD player. Moving over to the other side, pretty traditional cruise control setup here. Turn it on and off. Push this button to set it, and then you go up and down to adjust your speed as desired. You can always hit the cancel switch if you want to take full control. Okay, man, there's so many exciting things about the Limited Grand Vitara. Don't know where to begin. Let's start with the heated leather seats. So you and your passenger will not have to worry about cold winters in Colorado. Just push the heated leather seat button, and let me tell you, it heats up fast. So no worries there. It is an electronically controlled automatic transmission. So you can come down to drive and leave it there, or since you're in the mountains, you may want to use 3, 2, and low to cycle through the gears that way if you're going up and down hills. A couple more 12-volt outlets here for charging cords or whatever you want. Another little compartment is full of things. Cup holders here. You can also close this to kind of give it a more flat layout if you've got things you want to set in the middle. Now the middle console does two things. You can scoot out the armrest, and then the lever underneath that lifts it up. You can see in there another nook. Okay, let's move on to the middle console here. All sorts of things to talk about. For starters, your transfer case for the four-wheel drive system is here on the bottom left. Most four-wheel drive models in the Grand Vitara is a full-time four-wheel drive, so it just uses a computer to kick in four-wheel drive as needed. But you actually have the power here to go to neutral for towing, or 4 low lock, 4 high lock, or 4 high automatic. To let it use the computers to kick in four-wheel drive as needed. So that's nice to have that customization there. Here is the electronic stability program. It's not extra sensory perception. Sorry to disappoint you. It's on all the time unless you turn it off. So you'll see it's an ESP off button. The only reason you'd want to turn the ESP off is if you actually wanted to do donuts or if you needed to rock it back and forth to get out of the ice or the snow, but obviously you have the four-wheel drive system, so really should never need to turn ESP off. It is automatic climate control equipped on the Grand Vitara, so you just push the auto button and it adjusts the temperature. So let's say you want to set it to 70 degrees, the vehicle will do the rest. Mode is how you cycle between if you want it to come through the top vents, the floor vents, a mixture of both. Push that button to cycle through those. Fan speed, pretty self-explanatory there. Okay, your stereo is XM ready, and it is MP3 and WMA capable. So if you have burned CDs from your computer or iTunes or whatever, it will play those as well. But hey, check this out. If you have an iPod, you can just plug it right into the auxiliary input jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 presets for your radio stations: FM, AM, CD, aux, XM. And the cat button, there's not a cat that jumps out at you or anything. This actually stands for category. So when your iPod or MP3 player is plugged into the auxiliary jack, you push category to cycle through, sorting your songs by album, artist, song title, things of that nature. Hazard button. This can also be programmed to launch surface-to-air missiles. And then last, but definitely not least, on your middle console is the Garmin unit. That we will be shipping that out with you, or with the vehicle, and it pops right down in here, and you can close it for safety so that a would-be thief walking by won't see the Garmin unit sticking up in the middle console. But this plays through the speakers of the vehicle, and it will have things like lowest gas price finder, movie times, obviously traffic, but it's the Garmin Nuvi, and it is a very comprehensive system, so I know you'll enjoy that. Here on the top of the vehicle we have our moonroof. You can slide or tilt that open. It's got the sound barrier here. Close that cover if the sun's getting too hot or if you want it to be a little quieter. As far as safety is concerned, along with the four-wheel drive and the electronic stability program, the Suzuki Grand Vitara offers 6 airbags. 1 obviously in the driver's column. There's 2 over there on the passenger seat. 3 and 4 are here in the B pillars, and these will go all the way down and all the way forward, all the way back, covering pretty much both of these windows. And the 5th and 6th airbags, I gotta show you, this is really cool. The 5th and 6th airbags are in the side of the driver and passenger seats. And there's a couple reasons they put the airbags in the side of the seats. One being, if the airbags were in the door and you got in a side impact collision, you would already have the force of the accident coming at you. You don't need an explosive device adding to that force. So this is going to deploy against the force of the accident. The second reason being, no matter what height you are, I'm a little bit shorter myself, but if you're taller, the airbag's always going to be with you. You can see if it were in the door, it would, no pun intended, be hit or miss as to whether it was effective or not. But here, the airbag's going to be with you no matter what. Last thing I'm going to show you about the interior of the front. Smart Pass, just an incredible system. Again, if you like the traditional key method, you can insert it there, but if you're all about convenience, if the Smart Pass is in your pocket or purse, you just jump in, turn it. And there we go. Joe, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I'm really excited for you about your new 2011 Suzuki Grand Vitara. Please give us a call if you have any questions. 888-559-4277.